Hey, what's up YouTube? Little man with a big opinion here. And in front of you, since my ammo video did so well, and I needed another reason to upload another 10-minute-ish long video, I'm going to show you my magazine stockpile and stripper clip, but mostly magazine stockpile. So if you haven't watched my ammo stockpile video, I think there's way more fulfillment in that one. You know, the dopamine gets kicking a lot more than this one. But point of this video, it's threefold: get the dopamine flowing, showcase the magazines that I have, and then talk about why I keep quite a few of them loaded. So to start off, get that nice, you get your dopamine fill in. Right, now that we got that out of the way, if you like what you've seen already, please consider liking the video. If this is the second or third video of mine that you watched, that means you probably like what I'm doing, so you should think about subscribing. And then support the channel if you would like to. Let's get into the context of this video now. So, in this pile, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these. They almost look like they're like standard US magazines. They're actually made in South Korea. For the camera roll, it's not gonna focus on it. Yeah, camera's not gonna focus on it, but they're made in Korea. I bought these for $6.50 a piece if I bought more than 10. I bought 10. I gave 4 to my dad for Christmas. He was happy. Performance wise, I have not seen any issue at all with them. They're made out of like stamped steel, almost similar to the American ones. I got one of them which is stamped aluminum, so a little bit heavier, but never had any issues with them feeding. I've had some of these magazines loaded for 6 months and gone shooting with them. Haven't had an issue with the springs at all, so I don't know if these are... I'm pretty sure I got these off of Palmetto State Armory. I haven't checked. I've had these magazines for over a year. No issues with them, so if you'd like to take my word for the quality of them, go for it. If I do have an issue, I'll probably make a video talking about an issue with them. So 6 of those. I've got 2 of these Mission First Tactical. One of them's a Come and Take It. The other one's just a Desert Tan. I will say, American-based company. So if you want to, buy from the U.S., you can buy them. The tan one is a Gen 1, and it does not like holding all 30 rounds. I had it loaded in the trunk one time, went to go take it shooting, and I think 3 rounds popped out of it. This one's a Gen 2. Have never had any issues with it, so I'm pretty sure they fixed their issue. But the magazine's not a total waste. Got 2 PMags. A little bit more expensive. I love the quality. I only have 2. Got one of the standard American ones. I'm pretty sure a friend of mine gave this magazine to me. I really don't remember where I got it, but hey, got a magazine. Moving on, I've got 2 of the 25 round magazines for a 1022 Ruger, along with the one hidden silhouette one that's a like circular fed, so like when this is in the gun, it doesn't look like there's a magazine in the firearm, which is kind of cool for me. I keep my other one in there at all times, loaded. It's locked to cocked, ready to rock. If you watched my ammo video, I just recently picked up a High Point. and I got 2 of the 15 round Pro magazines for it. High Point only makes a standard 10 round. I've got the 10 round somewhere. Don't know where it's at the moment. Probably in a gun case somewhere. So I've got the 2 15 rounds. And then I have 20 rounds loaded on stripper clips for my Mosin Nagant. These stripper clips are probably 50 cents a piece if you buy them in a pack of like 10 or 20. They make loading the gun much easier and faster, but it does take some time. Like, you've got to hold on to one round and like you almost force the first 4 in and then you kind of push the last one in. It definitely takes some practice in loading it quickly. So those are the magazines. You got your dopamine fill. Now moving on to why I keep most of them loaded. Especially the AR magazines. 10-15 years ago, if I was old enough to have a firearm at that time, I probably would not have kept the magazines loaded because of the spring tension and them wearing out from the being under tension for so long. But gun manufacturers, they want to make the best quality stuff for us, as possible. So they did, and I have never had an issue with any of my magazines, failing to feed, or like when it gets to, round 25, 26, the spring still has enough, spring in it to keep feeding me rounds. So no issues. If I come up with an issue, then I'll tell you, I do have one more magazine, another Pro Mag, and it's the 40 round Pro Mag. So if I put it, up against another magazine, you can see it's substantially longer. The design on it actually mimics a PMag very well. And so, substantially longer. It holds 10 extra rounds. And that's like a $15 magazine, maybe $18 now. I don't know. But those are definitely fun. If you have a range that you can do a mag dump, they'll allow rapid fire. Or especially hog hunting, I definitely, if it's a whole pack, 10 extra rounds can mean the difference of dropping, 2 to 4 more hogs, depending on round placement and stuff. So, I think I covered everything. Do another once over again. Yeah, I was playing my PlayStation earlier. Probably gonna get back on after I upload this video. But here's my magazines. The ammo video did great. Like I said in the ammo video, I'll probably do a 6-month update. I'm slowly adding more magazines because if I have another 500 rounds of AR not loaded, I should probably have some more magazines to load it up. If I've got another 150, 200 rounds of Mosin Nagant, I have some more stripper clips. I just didn't load everything up on them. It just helps with the battle readiness of between all these magazines. I've got a little over 300 rounds that I can put downrange at a rapid rate of fire versus shooting 2 magazines and having 10,000 rounds, but I have to sit there and load the magazines. I think the best way to describe it is the church shooting a few years ago in Texas. A good guy with a gun used his AR, was able to shoot the shooter, but he didn't have any magazines loaded. He heard the shooting. He put like 5 or 6 rounds in the magazine, stuffed the rest of the box in his pocket, was able to hit him with a couple of those rounds, and him and another guy, got in the dude's truck. They pursued the guy in a vehicle. Cops got involved. you know, he kept his rifle trained on the guy, and at the end of the whole situation, he either only had the one round left in the chamber, or it was one round in the chamber, one round left in his magazine. So he wasn't completely combat effective, and that was because of his lack of loaded magazines. If he would have just had one loaded magazine, he would have had like 25 more rounds than what he had in that situation when he needed the rounds the most. So, I've got a standard combat loads worth of magazines, and then including the 40 round. So, if you like what you see, like I said, like the video. If you like what I'm doing, please consider subscribing. Put in the comments, where do you think I'm lacking? Am I doing a good job? And catch you next time.